So you attack DEI as though that was an instrument that gave blacks an advantage over whites. And that's really what it's doing. They know that the people who have profited most by DEI is white people. But they don't know that because the people they're trusting is telling them just the opposite. If you want to find out who's getting the preference in the jobs, it's still white people and primarily white women right now, right? You want to find out who's getting the food stamps, it's white women. You want to find out who's the majority on welfare, it's still white people. But they don't want to accept that about themselves. You really have to show them that. They're told that black people are getting all these advantages because of DEA. They're being given jobs they're not qualified for, what they don't deserve, and that's why you're unemployed. Because they don't want them to know you're unemployed because we've sent all of the factories overseas to get cheap labor.
Fact.
And that's why you're unemployed. But rather they're going to say, no, you're unemployed because this DEA is giving black and brown people an advantage that puts them above you. Let them remove it because it didn't serve black people that much anyway to start with. Affirmative action never really served black people. And I think it'll be good for black people to see nothing much is going to change in their environment if they take away all of this stuff. Well, this will let black people see that it really didn't impact people like us. The person that's the trouble element here is the ignorance of the general white population who buy into thinking that somehow because they're not at the top as they fantasize they should be without having slave labor, that somebody has taken something from them that they've never had. So take the DEI out and let's see, and you'll still see you still don't have it because you never prepared yourself for it.
On diversity, equity, and inclusion, when you try to hire air traffic controllers, you want the best. You want the brightest protecting yourself and your family.
We will have the best and brightest in every position possible. It is colorblind and merit-based.
Look, there's a lot of reasons why the FAA is in a bad place. But these guys would have you believe that the main problem is that standards were somehow lowered to make sure that a black person or a gay person gets a chance to land your plane, even though the requirements to become an air traffic controller are the same. But by culture warring this tragedy, Americans spent that terrible night holding their breath that the pilot or the air traffic controller wouldn't be a woman or a black person or in a wheelchair. Because what they're trying to do is make the default setting on competence in America a white guy. That's what this is, a reset to the factory default. Because, of course, these two are there purely based on merit.
I mean, Costco, I'm a shareholder. They're nuts if they think I want them fighting the federal government on policy. That's right. I don't care who took that poll when. There's no way you'd get that result today. You don't fight the attorney general in multiple states. You got to be out of your mind. Yeah. That's bad for business. So chop, chop, guys. Figure this out. You're breaking the law. Get compliant. I mean, hire for merit and advance people that deserve it, and you will find every race, color, gender, everybody will come to the fore.